Painting is ready to help you tackle your painting jobs, no matter how big they are. Their expert painters and quality products can make your home really stand out. I can attest to that. Today, owner Scott Schosser is back to talk more about that. It is always a pleasure.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So
it's
good
great
to see you. I have to laugh because our walls look so nice. Scott's done a couple of rooms in the house now, but it is cute when I see the little fingerprints on them for whatever they're eating or doing, and I'm like, hey, don't take away from our beautiful paint job here. And you have such a great following. I want to tell our viewers really your background a tiny bit, because I know we have a lot to get to, about how you started the company.
Absolutely. Over 15 years ago, we started after I got downsized from corporate America, as I've said many times on the show. But for those who are just tuning in, it was one of those things that I fell back on something that I love to do, and that was really transforming homes inside and out, and really became you know, real detailed on what we do inside and out, coming through for the customers that have had problems over the years with other contractors, because we all have that contractor mentality, and I get thrown in that. But we separate ourselves, as we've talked about on the show many, many times, in a lot of different aspects. So over the years, we started at one house at a time and just started growing from there, and we started in the North Atlanta market, and now we go all throughout Atlanta, and it's been great.
Think about back to when you started and where we are today in terms of the websites that you can go to and accountability companies have to have now in terms of their job performance, their quality, the products, and you have always been the best of, and you're the best of Houzz. That's H-O-U-Z-Z. For anybody who hasn't checked it out, you really need to. Talk about why that's so important, and congratulations.
It is. Thank you. That's an award we won for 2015 in customer service, and it is, and more so today. You hit the nail on the head with all the different outlets that you can go to check out. You can check out the show, check out, you know, what we've done over the previous 15 years, over the last 2 years, all the comments and all the, you know, testimonials from homeowners, and we've got a AAA rating with the BBB out there with it, which is huge. You know, over a 13-year period to do that is really, really strong for us to do, and we're happy about it, you know. So there's a lot of outlets people can today check anybody out, whether we're a painting company, whether who you just had on the show. It is, you know, you have to be on your A game at all times, and especially today.
Which we love as consumers. You love that you can go and say, wow, this one had X, you know, triple star rating with the Better Business Bureau.
You feel it on a day in, day out basis, even more so today than when I first started, because everybody can just go on their phones, check you out. It takes a matter of minutes to be able to do it.
Right. And they're going to check out nothing but the best with you guys. And now is a time to protect your home. But I know today we want to focus, I believe, just on the outside.
Yeah, pretty much,
because that's our decks. I was joking. Jim just sent me some flowers he just picked up, I think, at Home Depot. He's trying to do the landscape. I'll tell you what, there's nothing worse, though. You can do your yard, but if you don't want to sit out on your deck because it's chipped, you've got splinters, the kids can't run around out there. You know, this is something that you need to take pride in as well. We had a rough winter, the last few winters.
Absolutely, and now finally, I'm glad that we're getting to the summer. You know, we're hitting a good stretch finally, and hopefully throughout the next, you know, 90 to 120 days, we'll have a good weather pattern. But especially today, coming off the winter months, we talk about it quite a bit, is the exterior houses and wood rot repairs. We do a ton of wood rot repairs to doors, to window frames, to soffits, all those different components on a house that people just don't know about. They don't look for it. They basically roll right into the garage, shut the door, they go in. So one of the things that we do best is really check out the home when we're coming to assess it for a paint job, is to see what other wood rot repairs you might have. And then the deck gets really tied in as one of those components that we can do, and you don't have to call another company to stain a deck. And just as today, case in point, a guy called me and they haven't really touched their deck for quite a number of years. It's in rough shape. And I said the thing to do with that is really take a solid stain and put it over the existing look of the deck to bring it back to life the best we can, to preserve it, so you don't have to go spend 30, 40, 50,000 to replace
on a brand new
huge decks that this particular customer has. So one of the things we profess to do is really take a good solid look at your house, fix those repairs. I've done more wood rot repairs than I ever imagined I would. So at times we're more of a contractor mentality almost than just a painting company, but we do that best. All our crews do it. If they can't do it, which they've worked for me for 11 years, 12 years, 13 years, many of them, then we will not come out to your house and just do the painting. We will do both.
My mother-in-law had wood rot on the outside of her house. It's a common problem, and you definitely don't want Joe Blow contractor, you know, that's just going to put a Band-Aid on the problem, because that's not addressing the core of the problem. And I think what's great too about you as well is if the free consults and the upfront detailed estimates. So people are going to come to you, or you're going to go to them and say, we made the assessment, here it is, and there's no bait and switch, no games.
No. Well, your mother-in-law, case in point, is a great example. You know, she had, let's just say, 10 repairs on the house that had to get done. We listed them all out for her. She knew exactly what we were doing. I went through it with her. Then in the middle of the job, we found some additional stuff that had to get replaced. We discussed it with her first. She agreed to it, and we did it. So we have been back there since, just because her house gets beat by the sun a lot, to do a couple touch-ups, which is normal in this society, in this day and age. But she's no problems with her wood rot repairs whatsoever. So once we take care of that, we want to make each house nice and tight, as I call it. Know that when we step away, we've taken care of those wood rot repairs. And I know it's worked out great.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the pictures, I mean, so I want to have a cup of coffee or maybe a cocktail right now on that deck. It just looks so nice and rich, and it really just, the wow factor of the home is so huge. And speaking of, I know with decks, we're talking about stains, so maybe that's not that exciting in terms of color trends. But what are some color trends you're seeing on the inside?
It's not. Oh, on the inside of houses, the color trends are the light grays, the silvers, the light taupes, creams, and whites. I just finished another one where we did 3 different versions of whites, and it looks so fantastic. Pretty. It's just those subtle changes to make it crisp and clean. You know, we're away from all those dark earth tones for the most part, unless you want to do a pop of color in one particular room for a theme, which always happens. Some people want to do a certain theme in a room, we'll do it for them. So many things come at us, and as you know, we've tackled those types of products, and that's led us into other, you know, ancillary different ways of doing things. And also the commercial projects we've done has been great, doing car dealerships and things of that nature. This is just a busy time for us, which has helped, not only on the residential side but on the commercial side of things.
Well, I get a lot of people who work from their house, so they have it on in the background. They hear, oh, I need that, or our business needs that, so they've hired you as well. And you have a great special to your 2015 Atlanta & Company special you've offered for the last couple of months. I think that you kind of stepped it up even more.
We stepped it up, and we altered a little bit so there's no questions, and just make it a flat 15% off as long as you spend over $1,000. You know, a lot of our competitors, you have to spend $3,500 or so. We start that barometer at $1,000 in labor costs, whether it's inside or out. You get up to 15% off, and then we also send you a $100 gas card if you call from the show and mention Christine, and it's worked out great. We've been on about 2.5 years, and it's just been a phenomenal credit to the show, the people, the viewers. So call and mention Christine, and we'll come out and we'll do those free estimates and give you the details that you want.
Well, you always do a great job, but we've got great viewers to brag on them. That's funny. They'll say, my poor husband, after every episode, I get my floors done, my painting done. I'm like, and I bet your house looks amazing.
Yeah, they're probably, you know, one of those things.
Yeah,
the to-do list.
The to-do list, like the honey-do list. Thank you so much, Scott. Always so good to have you. Remember, take advantage of that great special, and at the end of it, you have a $100 gas card to go do your summer travels. You see the family, go to the beach. It's a great special. That number is 678-386-7899. Call now or go to the website if you do want to learn more. It's flawlesspainting.com.
That's flawlesspainting.com.
Yeah, get us in before the Christmas parties. Gosh, wedding showers, all the things people start having.
Graduations, everything.
Exactly.